So this is a video about the fugue in fugue of Bach's 846, BWV 846, and the secret to it is to play it slowly, much slower than you think. So I'd recommend writing the word slow at the top, because you always forget with this piece, you always want to do it faster than you should. So that's the first tip. It's got to be done much slower than you think. This is one of the harder fugues, and I still haven't got it to sound right, but this is my version of it. You can play it actually in a sort of jumpy way, and with an almost playful feel to it, and add a few trills here and there, and do a different rhythm, and sort of add some syncopation in a way to it. I would recommend Friedrich Guldar's version of this, where he plays it in a very soft sounding instrument, really nice. And I don't like this fugue at all. It's my worst fugue of all the ones he's done, but the way that Guldar plays it, it sounds really nice. He adds, he sort of does adds, I think he adds a little something or other. He sort of, what does he do? Oh, well, he adds his own trills basically, but it sounds much better than every other recording I've ever heard. I quite like Richter's. He brings out some of the voices in a way which I haven't heard from other people so much. But as I say, I don't like this fugue very much. It's not anything like as good as, for example, number 13, I think it is, of one in F minor anyway, book 2, or even the second, of course, the second Prelude and Fugue of book 1, which is an amazing couple of pieces, especially the fugue. That's amazing as well. Or number 8 of book 1 as well, beautiful. And as is of course the Prelude of number 8. But anyway, the Prelude of this is something. I think it's the easiest Prelude of the whole lot, of the whole 48, and I think the fugue is, I'm told, is one of the harder, maybe the hardest of them all. So I can't pretend that I'm getting it right, but it goes something like this. Anyway, this is a really important thing to remember, to keep it so much slower than you think. And I'll undoubtedly fail, but I just remembered eventually what I do, because I don't sight read, and I can't sight read. Some people can do that. However, I'm, to be honest, not sure whether I believe whether people can sight read complex passages. I think that mainly people who are sight reading have played the piece many times before and are just checking. But I may be wrong, but I think if you put down a piece like Rachmaninoff's Third Piano Concerto, for example, then no one can just sight read that. No one can, I think. But I may be wrong. Maybe there are such people. Anyway, this is, as I say, I don't sight read, so I'm memorizing it, and I just remembered a few bits. So this is my putting it together. Do it really slowly, much slower than you think. Would be my first tip, and then secondly, this falls neatly into, I'd say, 4 sections, 3 main sections, and then like a little coda at the end as a 4th section, which kind of splits it up and makes it easier. So without further ado, I'll give it a go. Slow. coda. So I mocked that up, but that was the version when I've added a few notes and some trills, inspired by Guldar's version, which is amazing. But here I'll try it as it was written, if I can remember it rightly, and yeah. So this will be without the embellishments. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the it's a difficult fugue, and but with practice, I should be able to get it sounding much better than that. So apologies for the ruining of it. Anyway, now I'm going to just try to do a few more pieces after that, because I like to end that in a way which is soft, which can then have a loud beginning of the pathétique, which I'm also still working. Actually, I'm working on this fugue and the pathétique sonata, all the movements, and Schubert's number 4 impromptu, and also Chopin's Mazurka in A minor. So these are all pieces, these are all works in progress, but I'll see how far I can go before this camera runs out.